Hey, and welcome back. I'm still Fabian, a former automotive strategy consultant turned digital product manager. Today, as part of our ongoing series on digital product management, we will be talking about minimum viable products, divided into four main sections. First, I'll be covering some definitions and principles of MVPs. Secondly, I'll be highlighting why they're important, what the benefits of MVPs are, before covering the or different variations of MVP development processes. And finally, I'll be covering some examples of successful minimum viable products. In short, minimum viable products really allow us product managers to validate assumptions, gather feedback, and iterate quickly while minimizing waste. So it's a really important toolkit at the earlier stages of products to make sure that we pivot fast in the right direction, get user feedback fast, and that we set ourselves on the right pathway. It is typically something that we can also find as a key milestone in our product roadmaps, where we need to make some fundamental decisions about the future direction of our products. But what actually are minimum viable products? MVPs are a version of a product with the minimum set of features required to address a specific user need and deliver value. This can usually mean that you start with the highest priority or the highest priority user stories that address the most pressing pain points or a subset of them, through a initial version of a product that actually resolves all or some of those very pressing problems, to then verify certain fundamental assumptions and questions with your users and technical teams involved. So there are a couple of core principles of minimum viable products. First, we want to focus on essential features. So we prioritize features that address the core problem and provide the most value to users. Secondly, we want to validate assumptions. So we test hypotheses. We gather feedback from real users, whether they're end users or business stakeholders, to validate product market fit or product business fit, and iterate to improve our products effectively. And finally, a critical element of MVPs is that we iterate based on specific feedback. So we continuously refine and enhance the product based on our feedback and insights gathered from minimum viable products, and the different feedback loops we encountered while we engaged with our stakeholders in the development process. What actually are the benefits of minimum viable products? And there are a couple, and I will only cover kind of four that potentially spring to mind. At first of all, it can rapidly increase our time to market. So it accelerates our product development cycles by focusing on essential features and avoiding unnecessary complexity. Secondly, it reduces risk, so we mitigate the risk of investing resource in developing a full featured product that's usually more complex, that may not resonate with our users or market needs depending on our context. Thirdly, it helps us really to improve our user feedback. So by gathering feedback early on from actual real users, we can identify pain points, we can validate assumptions, and we can prioritize feature enhancement. And finally, it is a cost-effective way of validating effectively. So we can validate the product market fit and user acceptance with minimum or minimal investment before committing resource to the full-scale development of a product. So what actually are the different stages of a minimum viable product development. First of all, we need to identify the target audience and their core needs or pain points that we attempt to address. Secondly, we define a minimum set of features or requirements to address the identified needs and deliver value to users. Thirdly, we build a functional prototype or minimum viable product with the selected set of features focusing on simplicity and usability. Fourthly, we launch the minimum viable product to a limited audience or target market segment to gather feedback and validate assumptions. Afterwards, we analyze user feedback and iterate on the minimum viable product based on insights gathered from real users and most importantly and most often actual real usage data and of course interactions. And finally, we gradually expand the minimum viable product's feature set and user base based on the validated learning and evolving user needs, and then grow it quite naturally. A couple of examples of successful minimum viable products can be found across industries really. And three I would like to share are Dropbox, Airbnb, and Zappos. First of all, Dropbox released a simple minimum viable product with basic file sharing functionality to validate demand before actually expanding features and investing heavily in infrastructure, etc. Similarly, Airbnb started as a simple website allowing hosts to rent out air mattresses to validate the concept before scaling to a global marketplace. And finally, Zappos launched as a basic online shoe store with a limited inventory to test customers before expanding the product offering. And I mean, we could go on. There are companies like Amazon that focused on, in this case, sale of books for various reasons. But in some form or another, all successful companies tested and validated certain assumptions in the market, and minimum viable products are a great way to do that cost effectively. So to summarize and conclude, it's evident why the adoption of minimum viable products in a digital product management context is really important for validating ideas, minimizing risks, and delivering value to users effectively. I would highly encourage you to consider minimum viable product development as a strategic approach to product validation and iteration in your own respective product management context. I hope this video was useful. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you again soon. Bye-bye.